Alright, welcome everybody to, Sea of Thieves and SunnyRedemption Sailing. Let me just finally accept the invite. I have been having technological problems with this game for a minute. Sea of Thieves is just not being nice to me when I really need it to be. Because, well, apparently whatever kind of law exists in the universe has just decided to visit biblical events on me. Like, bed bugs. Unfortunately. Well, it's only evidence of bed bug activity, so I may not have them anymore, but they definitely bit me. It was incredibly painful. And made me barely able to function for several days in a row. But I somehow managed to work through it, and take ibuprofen and get plenty of rest and fluids and the like. Anyway, so let's lay down that Athena's Voyage.
I forgot to claim my Gold Hoarders promotion, so I'm just doing that.
Oh, I gotta check all my promotions as well.
I hit 85
Thank you to
last
everybody
time.
who's joined the stream, by the way. Anyway, so they're gonna spray it on sometime next week, and I hope I don't have to go to a hotel. But if I work from there, I wonder if I can get that reimbursed. Because that would be an expense incurred in order to, you know, have a safe working environment if there are bed bugs still.
We can vote to emissary for Athena's if we want to do that.
Oh, right, yeah. Duh.
And I didn't see any Reapers on the map, so we should be relatively safe for now.
I see. Well,
Let's see what we got.
okay. I love this music so much. It makes me proud to serve as your navigator. Woo! Okay, let's get right to it. While we're picking out the voyage and laying it down and plotting our journey, I would like to start with a softball news article, and you can decide if it's real or fool.
Okay.
I'm only doing the titles, and I'm not giving any of the body.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have to pinky promise that you're not going to look anything up, but you are
No, that would defeat
somebody
the entire
who
purpose.
Yes, exactly. So, here's how it works. You decide if it's real or fool, and once it's revealed, if that is real or fool, you then have to rank it from 1 to 5. But here's the thing. You can choose at any point, like, if an article is just, like, really ridiculous and hilarious, you can make it #1 fool if you really want to.
Okay.
But then that eliminates a spot for something that might be more ridiculous, so you gotta really think about, like, your ridiculousness factor in choosing April Fool's jokes in the gaming industry.
Okay. Okay, I think I understand.
Okay, yeah, this is based on Take Appreciator from Pod Save America, by the way, my favorite podcast,
Okay.
so
Yep.
shout out to them.
Oh, don't forget to vote for the Voyage, so we can do
yeah.
that while we're doing this.
Sure, while we're diving, which is a time when we're doing nothing. But I am going to be up in the crow's nest now, so I can see the entire world and everybody can have such a beautiful sight while I'm announcing this. If you miss the good old days when game installation was a true ritual, then you'll love the limited floppy edition of Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay, so first I have to decide if it's real or fake.
If it's real or an April Fool's joke.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with April Fool's on that one. That seems like the type of thing. That just feels very April Fool's minded. And
furthermore, they say expect a truckload of 97,619 floppies that would take 2 months to install.
Okay, well, that part solidifies the April Fool part of it.
Yep, so what's your ranking then?
1 to 5. So, are there going to be five
One
of
is
these total?
most foolish, by the way.
Okay. Uh, let's go with let's go right down the middle with a 3, I guess.
Okay,
It's
let me record your choice.
yeah.
That's how this game works. And then I'll talk about some real stuff after the game. So, Cyberpunk Floppy Edition occupies third place already. That's a strong contender. I mean, it's pretty well done in the age of digital media and people talking about physical media to be joking about that sort of thing when Cyberpunk is a pretty solid supporter of physical media. I mean, I probably would get the Edgerunners Blu-ray, especially if there's another season to help support that. And this friend of mine knows a lot about anime, so I could probably talk about Edgerunners with her. I want to see Captain Laserhawk still. I have yet to finish the Violet Evergarden movie, and I might do that after, if I don't have the energy to do another stream, possibly with her. But it'd be cool for all three of us to be playing a game that we can all play together, um, either cross-platform or not. Because I have her Xbox gamer tag, but don't want to give it out
Cool.
until we actually have her confirmed and booked as a guest on here. Anyway, welcome to SunnyRedemption Sailing, everybody. This is gonna only get sillier from here. Next Prince of Persia game coming later this year from Dead Cells developers.
Well, I mean, so I did read this headline, and I don't think I read it on April Fool's Day, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
and it doesn't count as
real.
research because you didn't know this was
Yeah,
going to be a game. You do
yeah,
update yourself on gaming news.
yeah.
Um,
So I did see this headline the other day. So I'm
good.
gonna say that it's real.
Okay. So, where would you rank it then?
Among
5 is like best or like most interesting real headline, and 1 is most interesting real headline, and 5 is like okay, yeah, you know, that's like expected or something like that.
I'll probably go right. I mean, the developer part of it is interesting. And I don't think I was expecting the new Prince of Persia game so soon after Lost Crown, but
Yeah, no, I wasn't either.
especially since they also supposedly still have that Sands of Time remake happening at some point.
The perpetually doomed poor little
Yeah,
project.
like
Oh well.
especially like with that Dead Cells developer, I would guess that would be another 2D game. Yeah, I don't know where to put that. So 5 is for like kind of out of left field, kind of. I
No,
guess.
1 is most
Or
out of
most-
left field.
Oh, okay. Let's go with a 2 then,
Ooh,
because that's
audacious.
definitely not a combination I would have expected.
Dead Cells Prince of Persia. Okay, well, let's see. I'm just quickly writing that note, and then I'll be right on the shore to help you with whatever it is we're doing here.
Just finding some treasure.
Yep, pretty standard for the course now. Anyway, so, next up in the lineup, we're excited to introduce the next innovation in gaming, cartridge loadable content from Sega.
Okay. I did see this one as well, which you might have expected because I am up on Sega news perpetually. This one I'm going to say April Fools for sure.
Yes, that is absolutely great. And it was like big head mode. The cartridge,
Yeah.
just cartridges all day long. That was great. That was fantastic.
Yeah. So on our 1 to 5, so 3's already taken. Right. Let's go. No, it wasn't really my favorite April Fool's thing. I would say like a 5.
Okay, 5
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Sega cartridge. Or Sega CLC because that's how they abbreviated it to sound cool in the age of DLC and like Gen Z and all that jazz. Um, Spec Ops: The Line was added back in online gaming stores.
Um, I mean, if this is an April Fool's thing, I don't see the point of it. So I know it was also delisted somewhat recently, so I'm probably gonna go with real.
Oh! Oh no, Ron.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it was.
So
Oh
it
well,
was an April Fool's.
it was because I'm allowed to omit the sub bylines because that's not part of the headline. But it was a tweet. It was a X post, whatever. By Steven Totillo. New Spec Ops: The Line was added back in online gaming stores. After the text underneath says, after the fans led a mutiny against the American video game publisher known as 2K and abducted one of their workers, threatening to publicly lynch him, the company gave in for the sake of their reputation. I'm not sure I
Okay.
like that one very much, but well, it is an April Fool, and I thought it would the most
Yeah.
likely to
Okay.
trip you up because
Yeah.
there could be legitimate reasons to relist this game, like
Yeah. I was gonna
updating the
say, like,
music
I saw an
licenses.
article somewhat recently saying it was delisted, so it's like, okay, I guess
Maybe
maybe
add it
they
to
got
GTA Plus.
licensing issues worked out.
They have the
I don't
2K
know. Yeah.
license,
Yeah. I don't know. So I knew the game was delisted recently, so I was
which
just
means
thinking maybe they relisted it. Okay.
which means they also still have. Well, while it's delisted, they also still have the restrictions on capturing. So I tried to play that game, as you may recall, while also taking a drink every time I died to try to like make me ineffective on purpose, just like this player character. I was like, okay, you know what? No, I'm not sacrificing my liver for this. Um, but yeah, well, the gameplay is just not my thing. But you know what? Everybody should have access to it, and it did get relisted on PC. And
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that eventually potatoes will be able to run it. Okay, well, let's see. So that was the first wrong one you've had, I think, out of 4, which is pretty good. EA is creating a new single-player narrative Alice game.
Single player narrative. What game? Atlas?
Alice, as in...
Atlas. Okay, I thought you said Atlas. I was like, why would they be partnering with Atlas?
well, I mean, why wouldn't you
Um,
partner with Atlas with
I
Persona?
mean,
But, wow.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
By
Yeah.
Alice game, do you mean American Mickey's Alice or
Yes,
just
yes.
okay?
American Immigrants.
Uh, I mean, again, that one seems plausible enough. I guess I forget when the last Alice game was, but I think it was a while ago. Um, huh. Let me think on this for a second. I definitely don't remember hearing anything about that. But it feels so plausible for EA to just decide to dredge up that IP. Um, well, I'm going to go with my gut and just say real.
Oh, Ron again!
Oh, man.
I'll
Maybe
record
I
that
just
once
really
we're out of
want a new
danger.
Alice game.
Oh, man.
That was just wishful thinking on my part. Like, oh, I haven't heard about that. Maybe it is real.
I've been meaning to help one of my other friends forever with Alice Madness Returns, because that's the one that I had been playing for a while, but ended up just losing track of. You know how that happens. Sometimes other games come along and then you get your attention diverted. Mm. And now I'm finally trading in a bunch of games because I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have the time anymore. Like, I'm keeping Alone in the Dark and trying to see if I can log on to Destiny because it was nice to revisit that. I've been playing a lot of old games lately, especially ones that help me shape my identity, like Life is Strange. So I wanted to walk around a bit as my character and really meditate in that environment. But no, the game would not let me. It kept giving me a canary error. And then I looked at the disc and said requires internet, and I thought, well, I guess after 10 years it would be a paperweight. Let's sigh. But I'm borrowing this from a friend anyway. I had bought all the digital expansions, but did not get the game itself because I held on to the disc for the longest time until I wasn't playing the game anymore. Because I was like, well, why wouldn't I keep the disc forever? It grants me access to the game, and if I'm playing the game for a number of years, why would I trade it in? I had traded it in the first time that I played it because I found the single player frustrating. But then a friend of mine who I was playing Titanfall with decided to join like a party with me, and his name was Carlos, and he suggested Destiny, and I was like, okay, well, I'll get it again, but it better be worth it. And it turned out it was, because we made years of memories fighting together on this with him usually as a titan, me as a hunter, a female hunter, notably. Who I have carried through my entire Destiny adventure. And I might get the final expansion just to be like, okay, see you later. And be able to live stream that, because that would be sick. But you don't feel the need to get that at all. It's...
No, I mean, I've played maybe 15 to 20 hours of Destiny, and that was kind of enough for me.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think my time with Destiny 2 was a waste, because I did have fun with the renewed multiplayer at 120 FPS on the Series X. And I might go back to that just for that quite a bit, because it still would be fun. But it might take a minute to adjust to the new rules of the new expansion. And it would cost money, which I'm trying not to splurge right now. And an expansion is a bit of a gamble, so I'll wait a few days to see if the reviews are good, and if people are really... if the community is really rallying around it. And it's like, oh yeah, Destiny 2 is going out on a high, and then they can do Marathon and come back, and like some team will come back to Destiny 3 at some point while the other team does something else. Hopefully more single player, because like, they can keep Marathon going with a support team if it's successful enough, but that game does look like it's a bit in danger. Okay, well... Oh, I see what you're looking for. Somewhere, like, over here. Oh!
Oh, I was a little too much.
Whoa, that's just a regular, like, goblet thingy.
It's in Athena's one, probably.
Oh, yeah. Athena's would definitely make sense. Anyway. Oh, thank you for joining, everybody. Now it's a party. Anyway, so that was... I'm just gonna... now that we're safe, I'm gonna mark that as Ron as well. Keyboard's being a little fiddly on my phone. I must confess, I dropped it on its face a couple of times, and now the glass is chipped, so I might need to go to the Apple Care. And on the way there, perhaps my mom can try the Apple Vision Pro, and we can have some fun with that. I mean... and then I can tell her about an interesting story idea I have for that. Oh, well, yeah! Anyway... it's like, I have a lot of thoughts about that. Oh, goodness, I gotta get some Ah, some bananas. Just in time. Whew. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. Ooh, that was spicy. Come on. No, no. I do not want to be poked by a ghost. Ow. Ah. Begone, ye spirits! Oh, 6 bananas, nice. Okay, well, back to it. That was close, but it was pretty tense. Like, I almost bit the dust a few times there, but I managed to get enough food to survive. And now I have fire bombs that I salvaged from another barrel. I count myself very lucky in that regard. As I did not prepare very well due to being very, very highly interested in presenting news articles for you. So, I'm not going to bury the lead any longer.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to love the image that I will send you. Or, it is of a Russian game console. Putin wants a Russian game console. Truth or fool? Or April Fools?
So on its face, I would say this isn't my final answer, by the way, but I would say April Fool. If I hadn't already read this article, and I know it's real.
Oh wow, you're
It's
being
yeah.
so trollish right now by being like,
That was a
oh
real like Who
well,
Wants to Be a Millionaire kind of
oh you
curveball.
tempted me with like I got you a 3-piece in a row of being wrong, but well you already read the article, and again the
Yeah,
rules don't ban you having read an article before the game existed, so
yeah. Like if I
you are
hadn't seen that
defeating my
article,
game
I would probably
systematically.
say April Fool, but being that I did read it, I know that it's real.
Okay, well, so. Yeah, he wants to push for a rival to PS5 and Xbox game consoles, and I think I know why. Because then that would get more interest in high-powered silicon to Russia without much inspection. Because if he wants to have a high-powered game console that perhaps can run PC ports of, or like Linux ports or something like that of, you know, games that were illegally ripped from Steam or whatever, that you can just give to people for free as a way to smuggle in his boxes. That's just my prediction with no understanding of Russian smuggling routes from North Korea. But it is in fact real, and it would have some advantages for President Putin. It would be quite advantageous indeed if he managed to get an electronic box that attracted investment and interest from around the world. From around the world of people that are now just mad at the US and just kind of are like buddying up with Russia to hedge their bets in the future. Because who knows what American leadership will be like in the future and blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm going off a tangent by doing that, but yeah, it would probably be a very shoddily put together box.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
the only allowed
like
streaming services would be government apps that spy on you, so like nobody should get this box inside or outside of Russia. Just don't buy something, just like lie back and do nothing. Like your economic activity is propping up a war. Don't buy a game console in Russia. I mean, no Russians are going to hear this. But
I mean the thing about it is like the actual like context
where are
of
we
this
sailing?
proposal is like pretty much straight ahead.
Okay, cool.
is like, I want this production and stuff to start like by the middle of this year or something.
The hard
And
part.
just knowing the logistics of how consoles are made, even a little bit, is like, that's wholly unrealistic and insane to lob on people. Just like, I want telling your government, like, hey, I want this, or manufacturers, like, I want this done in progress later this year, when console manufacturers are doing this stuff with, 5 years lead time, basically. And they're the ones that have been doing it for decades.
Well, yeah, Russia has never been interested in this before when it had economic connections to the West and could easily procure computer chips from the West as it attempted to modernize as a dictatorship. But it does not appear that it will. Simply because it has to rely on shoddier North Korean chips and Iranian chips for Baitar drones. It's about the advanced electronics that they have, other than aging equipment from like 10 years ago because of years of corruption and abuse of money and power in all ranks of the army. Russia's lack of wars and, like, therefore a lack of investment in the army anyway. But, like, yeah, so they didn't invest in the full times, and they also stupidly left $300 billion of their $600 billion in foreign currency reserves in Western banks, which Western banks are now considering liquidating in order to support Ukraine. But does that set a dangerous precedent if countries can just steal your money? That's a dilemma for a different show, because we're going back to playing with gaming news articles. But it shows how interconnected all this crap is sometimes. We already have a robot, but... Oh, more cannonballs can't hurt. And you know what? I'd exchange one coconut, okay, so one coconut, one pomegranate, one mango, and 2 bananas. Good mix of fruit. That should help me out a lot. And now I've eaten one banana. You know what? Why not fill up my health while I'm at it and just get rid of the bananas? Then I'll have more room for food anyway. So yeah, that was real, and you got it right because you read the article already.
Yep.
Womp womp. This one then might feel, well, we'll see. Power Wash Simulator now has a mode that allows you to add dirt.
Again, I don't know, so I'm really just taking a stab in the dark on this one. Certainly not the most outlandish thing they would have done, so I feel like it's not... I feel like if Power Wash Simulator were to have an April Fool's joke, it would be more elaborate than that. So
what's your final answer?
The
audience wants to know.
I feel like it feels too mundane to be an April Fool's joke, but I've said that about another one too. So I'm gonna go with April Fool's on this one.
It was, in fact, a fool. You were correct.
Okay.
Next one. The next one is... Gears 6 is happening this summer.
By happening this summer, do you mean releasing or getting announced?
I'm just reading the headlines. I'm not giving you any other context.
Okay. Because I know the rumors about Gears 6 being shown off this summer, so based on that, I would say real, but I don't know what happening means in the context of the headline.
Yeah, well...
I'll just go real, assuming that they mean happening getting announced.
It's a real rumor, so I would have accepted either, honestly.
Yeah.
And this is an old one, but a goodie. and then I can move on to real gaming news that's really interesting to discuss. The new NZXT H-and handheld PC. Or
Is
maybe
that
it's
it?
a recent one. I gotta check out again later. Thank you for joining the stream, Johnny, by the way. Appreciate everybody who's on here.
So that's the entire headline is just NZXT making a handheld?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It feels, I don't know. NZXT. What was it? Hand? That was the name of it?
H-and.
H-and. That seems like a terrible name, first of all. So I'm gonna go with April Fools based on the fact that I feel like that name would not pass muster. I hope.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so, yeah, it's, alright, now, yes, so that was a fool. They all,
Okay.
in the stuff that was below
Thank
it,
God.
which I was allowed to not show or tell you about, because that would have given it away. That was part of the joke, was they showed it in the video. To be like, oh, we're all announcing something on Twitter. And it had a slide out 10 finger keyboard. Like, there's no way. So that was at like a ridiculous amount of power in an 800 DPI screen, and like it was ridiculous. So, but it looks kind of cool, and if this kind of thing was feasible, I mean, eh, eh, connect that to a TV, you got yourself a gaming console.
Yeah.
That would actually be pretty decent if it could work at all, and then
Yeah.
the touchscreen it becomes the mouse. So
Yeah, like the notion of NZXT making a handheld isn't the improbable part. It's just what really tips me off there is the name. There's no way they would that that name would
Okay,
be
time to
approved.
rank. So before you ranked, I forgot about the rankings before, but we're rounding
Oh,
up
I kind
now.
of did too. Sorry.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay. We're going over them again. So,
hmm
you correctly said Cyberpunk's floppy edition was foolish and ranked it at 3 on the fool scale, which was pretty reasonable. Next Prince of Persia game coming later this year from Dead Cells, you ranked it as a 2 on the real scale for like really interesting and out there. Um, for Sega, you gave that a CLC for you gave that a 5, so that's the last time we had the rankings. So I
And then
actually
we kind of
missed an
trail off.
article, and so I want to make sure I don't miss that. Um,
Okay.
Star Wars KOTOR remake is coming along just fine, says Saber CEO.
Um. All right. Well, this is another one where I feel like this could be April Fools, but again, I read too many gaming news things, so I
Oh,
do know that this was a real quote.
okay.
So I do know that one is real, unfortunately. But that's another one where I would probably have to deliberate internally on it for a little bit. Because I feel like that could be a setup to a parody article or something with how much trouble that game seemed to have had.
Well, so what's your gut reaction? You gotta give us an answer.
Oh, I know it's real.
Okay, so
Yeah.
real. It is very
Like
So
if
what's
I
the
hadn't already
ranking?
seen
There's
uh
4 spots available. 1, 3, 4, and 5.
um I don't know, just base uh what would like a 2 be again or a 3 be?
I don't know, just like kind
Just
of
right down I feel like
right down the
that's where I'm
middle.
feeling. Yeah.
Okay,
Just like
so
the CEO saying that of Saber isn't too surprising or
Saber
yeah,
CEO, Saber
but it
CEO.
still feels like that game is just never going to happen
Um,
at this point.
yeah, I mean, like I would not be surprised if it was handed off to another developer after saber collapsed for whatever reason. I mean, it's not unheard of right now in the gaming industry for that to happen, so... Alright, are we voting on Oh no, we're already on this voyage.
Yeah,
Let's...
I'm doing a riddle right now. I'm having some trouble finding the
Oh...
waterfall.
That's why I was like, wait a minute, where's the map? I thought we did everything. We hardly ever do riddles, so...
Yeah, this is just part of
Can
the
you blame
Athena's
me?
thing, and the Athena's treasure is worth it, I think,
Uh,
for doing these riddles.
so
And I
continuing
haven't done
on
them in a
pretty
while.
quickly through things you already ranked, that you already uncovered or didn't. Spec Ops: The Line, you were wrong. Okay, so I'm skipping ahead now. Okay. EA is creating a new single-player narrative Alice game. You were wrong about that, and it was an April Fool's joke from Mr. Magoo himself. Like, he made that joke this year, I think, to prod EA, just to get back at them, because they haven't done jack with it, except for a TV adaptation that has disappeared into the ether of news articles. Um, like, as far as TV shows go, it's barely been promoted since the
I think
announcement.
my game just crashed, by the way. So I'll be loading back
No!
in momentarily.
No! I
I haven't
will
had a
hit
crash on this game
vigil.
in years.
Wow, well, I guess it was your turn after the one that affected me.
Yeah.
Oh, that was not fun. Oh my goodness. Well. Oh. Rest in pepperoni and cheese. And cheese. It's okay, anyway. Well, your voice carries on in the echo, 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 echo of the caves. Anyway, I won't be doing the echo the whole time. Don't worry. So you what would you rank the American McGee Fool joke?
Um, I don't know. What haven't I used already for the numbering?
4,
Or
2, and 1.
I'll go 4 on that one.
Okay, Alice. Yeah, I guess it does seem in Mr. Magoo's nature to trifle with the powers that be. He has a very creative mind, as they say. Anyway, so now we have now we come to the big one, the big boy, the title card, the title fight. Putin pushes for a Russian rival console. Where do you rank that in terms of real articles? Because you have 1, 4, and 5 remaining.
Um,
In terms of like just bizarre or
I'll
out
go with
there.
1. I'll go 1
Wow,
because I just
we have the one, ladies and gentlefolk. My goodness.
when I
Yeah,
saw that headline, I really thought it was a joke. It's like there's no way.
and my notes messed up, and now I have 2 fours for the real. But I know it's counting down, so my brain can just say, no, it's a 2. It's not 4. It's not second 4. Oh, come on. You know what? Whatever then. Why do you overrule me? I don't understand. Russian game console, fine. If you want to play that game, Apple iPhone. Like, this phone treats you like a baby who doesn't know how to type. Still, anyway. So, that was, quite the coup d'etat for Putin. Too soon. But, like, anyway. So, then comes Power Wash Simulator Dirt Edition. Coming, which you successfully deduced is not real. So, what is your ranking for the Dirt Edition? You may have said it already, and I may have forgotten. Apologies.
What do I have left again?
2 and 1.
Um, I'll go 2.
Okay. I'm gonna do Dirt Sim to save time. Anyway. So then we're coming to our final contestants here. Year 6 happening this summer, which you correctly guessed was a real rumor. Oh no, I'm dead! Oh, and I'm probably too far from help.
Yeah, I'm going through these traps right now. I don't know if
Oh.
there's. Oh, I'm dead as well. I
Oh.
never explore this part of the island, so I kind of forget if there's any if
Okay,
because I'm
well,
looking for a waterfall, which I forgot this
we
island
are
even had one.
encountering some difficulties in our voyage that we haven't before.
Yeah, but
All
I am
you
pretty sure the waterfall is somewhere
salty
in
sea
that
dogs.
middle. It's somewhere in that middle area. I just don't
Cannot take
remember
flame for
where.
Well of Fates. Oh man. We don't get a cool flame for trying to find yourself here to other pirates. No, we have not had to do that in a while. And we know how to sink our own ship, thank you very much. So gears um in terms of real, Gears 6, what did you say you ranked it?
I don't think I said yet. What do I have left for the real ones?
Okay, so I'm just making sure I have everything correctly down. Um, because it keeps changing my numbers. It's annoying. I'll just be like, this is the highest value because this is unbelievably goodly ridiculous. Why would you change it to like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Oh, it's exasperating. Again, it appears the forces of the universe are conspiring against me this week. What with the bed bugs and the earthquake. Oh my goodness. That earthquake. I did not expect to feel jello-y, but I felt like very fearful of leaving my apartment after that. I mean, probably irrationally, because this building is designed to withstand earthquakes and it is very structurally sound. Nothing even so much as fell down, but it's still kind of scary when that happens.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's another thing on this island here that's glowing, because that's how this game usually is. So in terms of... Yep, okay, so in terms of real, for Gear 6, you have 4 and 5 left.
Hmm. I guess I'll go 4.
That is a good take. That is a good take. Gear 6. Summer. Show off. I mean, again, you're probably right. It's most likely show off. Is my prediction. Not. It's not, just happening. Um, and getting released in that sense.
Like I feel like it's 2025 at the absolute earliest.
I mean, 2024, people don't like to say because everybody's talking about how Xbox exclusives may eventually go to PlayStation. Some. Like, Sony made a good decision by bringing some of their high-value exclusives to PC. I've been saying this for a long time, and Microsoft did the same because they have the PC space. Or at least they thought they did. And then they eventually caved to Steam. Because for some reason, people just... Well, partially because... If it looks like you're deep underwater for some reason.
I'm in the lower level of this cave area where the traps are.
Whoa, okay, yeah. Let me just bring this random chest I found back to the ship. I was just attracted by the fact that you were underwater, especially since I just had an under the map glitch with Alone in the Dark. The monster pushed me through the wall And then I was sliding backwards for infinity, but I was still able to shoot the monster, and then he fell down the bottom of the map. That almost felt intentional, like the game was messing with me. Like, was that on purpose? You know, it's that kind of unnerving, almost self-made player horror.
Yeah, that seems like a Eternal Darkness style trap.
Oh no, have I been had?
Oh no, I don't think it actually is.
No.
It's probably just a busted ass game, but
Hey, hey, it's a busted ass game that I really like. In a year where games have just not held my interest as much, because I'm tired of signing on for long RPGs that start to get good after a certain point. I'm like, I want to be hooked on the game immediately. I'm sorry. And like, really enjoy it. And I've been getting hooked back on... After swearing that I wouldn't and I would actually focus on one game, I've been dabbling around in old games. And you know what? I gotta stop punishing myself for that, because that was an old attitude. And all of a sudden, after a couple of months of no views, that video, that live stream that I was reviewing, which felt apt for some reason, because a lot of stuff we were predicting has come true, like Sea of Thieves coming to PS5 and stuff like that. I don't know. It then popped up in views, so something must have resonated. Anyway. So, now we come down to a couple left, I think. Or no, the last thing. The new NZXT handheld.
so I only have one number left, right?
For
I guess you
Fool.
can
And I
just
think I may have
assign
skipped
it.
over a real one. Let me see. Cartridge.
Okay.
Oh, I think you put cartridge loadable content as full. I'm trying to see what real article you may not have ranked. This notes article is kind of a mess, I'm sorry. But we're coming to the end of that part, and then the other things I'll rapid fire get your takes on, because there's some really interesting stuff happening right beneath our feet in the game industry. And not in an earthquake sense, though. Oh, never have I felt more at unease in DC than after this earthquake. I don't know. I don't usually think buildings are supposed to wobble, but it was fun talking earthquake facts with people. That was pretty cool. I like that. Okay, I'm being ambushed by specters. Fantastic. And then I'll probably have to get... Oh, I was hoping to get some ammo from the corpses, but... Oh, well. There we go. One ammo pouch and several gold pouches. Thank you very much, Spectre, for carrying physical objects inside of you for some reason. Anyway, so... one spot left, I guess. The NZXT hand takes the crown. Because that was... I just double and triple checked, and that is the last place it can... I mean, a 10-key keyboard thing is just ridiculousness. In terms of real... I think... The Star... I may have forgotten about the Star Wars... no, nope, did not. I'm just gonna add something to get to the next thing, really quickly. Because, as of today, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has announced an investigation into the gaming industry. Have you seen that?
No.
Because the TV channel that my mom has been watching while she's been doing her job, you know, just in like a room in the background, said that, and then she alerted me, and I was like, oh yeah, actually I have seen that and circulating it, on the internet. Because, like, she knows I'm interested in gaming news articles, and, yeah. That was really cool to get. because it actually opened my eyes to a lot of things. So that's like my pick for 5th, because I'm like I'm seeing blurred numbers together from all the amount of scrolling back and forth that I've had to do. Perhaps a different method would be ideal, including perhaps an iPad mini for presentations only. Like a really cheap one just to display text. And for my upcoming neurodivergent open mic, which I'm really excited about. Talking about mixed reality and how it affects neurodivergent people. And announcing a project called A Garden of Eternal Roses, which will be about a child born in 2020 who has been exposed to, basically had like one last non-technology break because like non-technology induced childhood because her parents weren't insane. So, but she still got one relatively, a mixed reality headset relatively young, called the Rousseau, which is, let me see, it's basically French let me just double check so I don't embarrass myself on stream, meaning, network.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense. And it turns out that it's often used to educate kids remotely with incredibly immersive environments that are incredibly easy to learn for a lot of people who perhaps were cut off from learning before. So there's a lot of interesting things to be said about that potential application, but also to influence people instantaneously. With AI being able to come up with something convincing, and the 3D immersiveness of it all, mind control is possible. I'm not even kidding, like, this is ridiculousness. We need to regulate this stuff. But as far as go, well, we are well on our way to Crescent Isle, which is, I think, where the... Yep, I haven't done one of these in a while. That's certainly interesting.
Yeah.
I'm really psyched for that. Anyway, so yeah, basically the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's complaint is as follows. Basically, the fact that games let you buy microtransaction currency that you cannot then cash out on. The fact that they can cash, that like people can cash out of their MMO dollars in some MMOs, like they prominently highlighted Linden Labs and Second Life. I think they did that for a reason, because it's very real, it's very tangible, like, and it probably appeals to a certain generation of, you know, copywriters at the CFPB. I mean, that's just my guess based on my analysis as an anonymous political science student under a pseudonym, who has analyzed and enjoyed the workings of government for as long as I can remember. Anyway, it's nice that the government is regulating this stuff, because the other thing is, like, third-party sites that trick kids into betting their microtransaction currency that they may have earned from, like, grandma or something, on casinos, that then walk away and cash out. And the gaming publishers are like, no, you, whatever. Basically, the other thing is, like, they were going after cosmetics, they were going after loot boxes, they were like, here's all these different schemes, and people can lose a lot of money, and this is war. The video game industry is getting thoroughly raked over by the CFPB right now. this is not a value judgment one way or the other. But I think that most people who want a better video game industry should support more government oversight of the video game industry, because government is one of the few bodies that can check private corporations due to the size and legal scope capacity of the federal government, which it has till now not flexed as much as it should have due to an interruption during the Trump administration in enforcement actions for endless reviews that cost a bunch of time and money and were ridiculously long and cost the CFPB so much money. To just sit around and not make news for a while, except for a giant fine of a real bank. So if they manage to succeed in the legal framing of the game as virtual bank, especially something like Fortnite, where people have monetary value invested in cosmetics, then a case may be made that those cosmetics should be able to be cashed out if they no longer have value because Fortnite ceases to be essentially a refund. What do you think about that? That's I've never thought about it that way.
That if that somehow came to pass, that would change a lot of things about how the current industry operates, because there would be a lot more culpability for, getting kids into these online marketplaces and stuff.
Exactly. That's the government's angle, is the kids, because everybody wants to be concerned about the children. I mean, I think rightly in this case, because children have oftentimes made massive purchases without their parents' knowledge or consent. And a lot of parents have related to that.
I feel like there is... But the thing is, I don't think that parents should be held unaccountable for some of that stuff, because, when I was younger, my dad would give me the credit card to buy a $10 thing on, the Wii eShop, but, I would, I knew there would be huge consequences if I were to use that credit card and spend more money, so I never disobeyed that. I feel like if kids feel like they can get away with it, they'll sure as hell try.
My parents never talked to me all that much about money, so I just was a silly kid with an iPad who was happy to play old iPad games again on my $3,500 face computer. It felt like an episode of Black Mirror playing them to some degree. Especially at perceptually 200 inches. I don't know why that I have this feeling. Oh hey, a shark and other food. We can easily store that. And then once we are done with that, we can give our supplies back by filling the storage box. Excuse me. So I've been having allergic reactions for a lot of days, which is why I've been feeling kind of weak, and I'm glad that this day was chosen anyhow, for us to play stuff. Because, yeah, it's been rough with all the doctor's appointments and inspections and cleanings and laundry. It's been very hard to feel like I have a sense of normalcy right now. Let's see. Okay, anyway. So, yeah, that's a pretty consequential statement from a government agency, and it's honestly, the CFPB, from analyzing its track record over the years, has had a very muscular enforcement posture before, so they will come after people for a lot of money. And the government is also going after, using other agencies, like the IRS getting Microsoft's $29 billion in back taxes, or about to. I mean, they've collected about $500 million in unpaid taxes otherwise, so getting $29 billion from Microsoft would be a huge coup, at least in the public sphere. Anyway, so now that we've counted down through real news for a bit, let's. I mean, this is real news too, but like, it just feels unreal. This weekend is your last chance to play 3DS and Wii U games.
Yeah,
Did you download all the stuff you wanted to your 3DS?
Yeah. I mean, all the stuff I wanted, and if I have a backup of everything on my laptop, and then I made a while ago. I had a reason to update it.
Yeah.
And then I also have custom firmware like that I can launch if I want to.
There we go.
I can do it into a custom firmware menu, which does have the ability to like
load games digitally.
Yeah. So
and then you could probably easily download 3DS ROMs with no shame because the game store is dead.
Yeah, I feel weird about doing that for stuff that's commercially available, but once it's no longer commercially available, I have no remorse about that. It's okay.
That's a very fair stance, to be perfectly honest with you, because, like, if digital ownership is not ownership, then piracy is not stealing.
Yeah, and that stuff has been so easy to do. I know recently it's gotten a bit harder.
Because of the Yuzu
with the Yuzu stuff, that's made it a little harder because some of those things have also sort of shuttered in the wake of that. But as far as I've looked into it in the past month or so, it's still very doable, and I have the right custom firmware
that's good
installed that I can do it. So if I ever wanted to revisit a game that I didn't have access to, it seems like I could still do it. And then there's always just the emulation angle of 3DS emulation's pretty good at this point, so I'm not too worried. It seems like, based on everything I've seen, everything is pretty well archived and backed up.
Yeah.
It's not the closure of the shops is a huge bummer, and I wish Nintendo wasn't so proactive about it.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the end of the world, and we've seen with the Wii and DSi shop, or DSi shop, when those shut down, it seemed like the end of the world because it was a new precedent for Nintendo, but I think in the past decade, like, people can still play Mario Kart Wii online, for example. Like, I did that a while back. Like, there's still ways to do things. It'll never be as easy as it was with the eShop accessible.
Yeah.
But it's not the end of the world. It's like, it's a huge bummer, but whatever.
Oh, that's just another ammo pouch.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I needed that anyway.
So, like, I wish it wasn't happening, but whatever. Maybe I'll load up. There are a few 3DS games I used to play online, like Kid Icarus and Mario Kart 7. I'll probably load those up tomorrow or something. Play a few matches.
I am torn in the upcoming handheld wars. What is this barrel? These barrels? I don't think I've seen them before. Maybe we have.
They labeled or?
No, but here's a wood crate. That's quite a get. Hang on. Can I please get you? Can I please actually interact with you? That would be nice. I don't understand.
Sometimes they're glitched out. Oh, I can pick it up.
Oh, joy!
The skeleton captains are probably going to shoot at us.
Oh yeah. Well, guess what I have. I mean, it's probably not as effective in water, but I might as well try. Doesn't hurt to try. Oh, well, I did damage them a bit. Just from impact, I guess. And any bit of damage, right? Especially once I get up in their faces and blunderbuss them. I mean, obviously they're tougher than your average bone, but, like, ow. their attacks still only tickle, so, and I have plenty of food, so I should be able to... There we go! I think I got... Was that one of the captains? Oh, no. Probably just a human. Person, I don't know. Anyway, oh! Ooh! Come on, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Oh. Alright, I gotta grab 2 bananas. 2 bananas! Oh, I should have brought something better like a shark or a snake. Oh, but I have the Trident of Dark Tides, which allows me to destroy them. I haven't played with this in a while. Oh! With ease, I might add. Oh! And the title championship goes to... I'd like to thank the Academy.
Grade 3.
Nice.
Plenty to bring to the ship.
Yep, final chapter of this voyage. Nice. Especially since it's almost 11 already.
Yeah, I know. So we'll probably
there's
do
still a
this
few things to talk about, but it's all very unreal. Like, well, not unreal, but just like hard to accept. I don't know. But I had also thought about doing the Minecraft potato joke, but that seemed like with the poison potato, but then realized that they were doing it on a deleting features one, and that was too obvious and kind of forced. That wouldn't qualify for me, but what do I know? I'm not a professional copywriter for the, okay, there's the ammo pouch that I can use. I would appreciate it if it accompanied me to some food. Oh, there's an exploding barrel. I can probably bring that over with ease. Once I get 1 banana and 2 banana. Okay, yeah. For the on-the-go pirate in need. Okay. Wooden planks and other chain shot also appreciated. Uh-oh, I'm having stuttering problems with this game. Oh no. Well, it's a good thing that I can reload and come back in real quick. You can still hear me?
Yep.
I mean, we're on Xbox Game Bar, but it just seems like I have had a spate of bad luck this week, and I don't want this game to be part of that. So, that's just not for me. Anyway. So, just looking at the last things that I wanted to talk about. It's interesting that microtransactions in particular are also being targeted because 60% of playtime in 2023 went to 6-year-old games or older.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I feel like with this microtransaction stuff, this feels like that ship has sailed in so many ways, because, again, that's such a huge part of what's propping up the industry these days, is older games selling microtransactions.
Government regulation will almost certainly make that more complicated, because they'll have to comply with new rules that will take time to adjust.
Like
that is just a law of economics, is that when government regulation steps in to set the boundaries, then you have time for the market to adjust.
Yeah, but the thing with that regulation is, like, this really should have been done, like, over a decade ago if they were going to do something about it.
Well, I do not want to rejoin my previous session.
Hey, why not?
April Fools.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, if you want to go rogue, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna come after you and steal all the 5 things that we have. That's ridiculous. Come on, buddy. You've trusted me for way too long to think I would ever turn rogue on you.
That would be a pretty long build-up, like 6 years.
of trust. Just
at that point, I
just
have to respect it at that point.
After 6 years of planning.
Yeah.
Will this be the finally... Maybe this will be something you ask yourself every time we play this game from now on. Is this the day the DC Shepherd,
It's
the
turning
ruthless
point.
pirates of the Redemption, turns on me once and for all and decides to defeat me to challenge me for control of the Seven Seas because we have avoided all opponents. We have no opponents left. It's a One Punch Man problem. I
Yeah.
haven't seen that show yet, but I know enough to talk about it. I am very excited to have Mercury Power 2014 on some sort of um, adventure where we talk about anime while playing something together. That would be pretty
I
awesome.
think I got all the treasure.
No, there's one more on this map, unless I'm wrong.
No, we beat all the skeleton captains. That's why we were on this island. We're going to Mermaid's Hideaway next. That's where the treasure map is.
Oh, duh. I have
So whenever you're ready.
had an incredibly long week. So yeah, anyway. Alright, well. You know, I also saw a recent video about, like, this from Eddie Burback. He's the guy who did, Margaritaville, every Margaritaville in the
Okay.
country and
Yep,
every,
I've seen that video.
Rainforest Cafe
I
in the
actually
country.
rewatched part of that video last week because when Patty and I stopped in Cleveland for the night, we did go to the Margaritaville there because it was right next to the hotel.
Now he's applied his undeniably distinctive
I see a
comedy
player ship,
style.
by the way.
Uh-oh.
It's a sloop,
the
so
cannonball.
not the most dangerous thing. I'm just going to
Wait.
act like I'm turning away
Which
from
side
it,
of it
even
is
though,
it on? Oh, there it is.
yeah.
It
heading
appears to
away
be
from
moving
there.
away from us.
Yeah, so
at a
for
rapid
now,
speed.
I'm just going to, even though we kind
It
of want
looks
to
like
go in that
it's-
direction, I'm just
There's
gonna
another
head
player
north
ship
for a bit.
at the port.
Oh, is there? Oh, great.
Oh.
Okay. Well,
Fun.
let's just... okay. So, player ship...
Okay, well.
Where was this? Oh, I see a skeleton ship. Maybe... Is that the second player ship you thought you saw, maybe?
Yeah, I think
Because they're
so.
both... Okay. So there's one real
There's
player
one
ship.
at the... There was one at the port there.
Okay.
That haze is beautiful.
So...
I can't wait to see how... Again, I've said this before, but for those who are new, I can't wait to see how this looks on the PS5 Pro.
Yeah. Alright.
Anyway.
So... I just wanted to take a wide northern turn, and then we can kind of get some distance between us and that other ship, but we do want to head kind of in the same direction they're going.
I think, you know what? I can't disagree with your choices of...
Just kind of take, give a little distance between us, so neither of us feels tempted.
Well, we are putting distance between us, and hopefully not in attack range, so we can talk about this stuff. I think my list is pretty much the same as yours. I think the only thing is, because I have a bit more attachment to Power Wash Simulator and love its humor so much in all the different various things that they've done, especially the Warhammer 40,000 one is like really good because it's like redacted and you're like I'm going on this mission to redacted and I'm gonna do redacted and I'm going down and blah. Like it's very...
I do see a second player ship. Looks like they might be fighting the other player ship.
Where?
I'm not sure if they're fighting. They're just passing by each other right now. I don't know if they're gonna fight each other.
Okay, what bearing?
Right. Let me see.
I'm gonna get on the crow's nest for a better look. Okay, well...
They might be hitting the fog right now.
I want to get all the action on this live.
Yeah. Alright, It looks like they just passed by each other. They didn't end up getting into a fight.
Well,
so.
Okay, well, let me see. I'm gonna check the southeast horizon anyway. Just because any player ship could potentially be a threat, obviously, so...
Yeah.
Well, they are moving away from each other at rapid speed. That is a very good thing for us.
Actually, the other one looks like it might have turned back around.
Oh!
I don't know if
we're getting fort attacked. Gotta...
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna get back down with all deliberate speed to, yeah, actually, just all the speed. I don't know why I
Yeah,
use that
that
term from
fort
a
should
Supreme Court ruling. Maybe I just use historical terms when I get nervous, randomly,
hopefully,
without context. Anyway.
we pass by this pretty quickly. It doesn't look like they're hitting us. All right, so we have that real player
Okay.
and the other real player, both kind of
Uh-oh.
in our vicinity,
Now it's
so we'll
getting...
just have to keep an eye.
Yeah, now it's getting
The thing
tense.
is, we shouldn't have to stay on
We have a
silent
pretty
too long
sizable
because,
horde at this point. My goodness.
yeah. So there's just one thing to dig up here, so we just have to make that quick, and it should be pretty quick. So maybe.
But they have Reapers in that direction!
Oh,
We gotta cut and run!
the Reapers, but where's the Reaper? Oh,
It's to the south.
Oh, that's one of the player ships.
Well, okay, so they're fighting each other, but
Now
we
they're
still need
fighting
to
each
just cut and run.
Yeah.
I do not need to be anywhere near them, especially since it seems like they're throwing swords.
Well,
Ah!
if they're gonna fight, if they're just going in circles with each other. Let's let them fight. Maybe I'll just
Let
drop
them
you off
fight.
the island. What you can do is just drop you off the island. I'll find the treasure, and you can just kind of orbit and be ready to run.
Okay, well, I'm gonna swing around to the southwest.
It shouldn't take you long.
That should protect you. Good luck!
Like, just let those two fight. Like, you don't need to third party it. Just let them fight.
Yeah,
It's two
okay
sleeps,
then.
so
Perfect.
let them
Alright
be.
then. Let's do this, buddy.
Alright, so I'm just gonna cannon myself out of here, and you can take the wheel if you want.
Okay, so it's been a minute since I've done the solo live stream, but for some reason it feels like it was a complete karmic coincidence that I was just watching the one live stream where I talked about like our Batman and Xbox Doomed, where I was really angry about the Arkham series, and where I was also like just in the middle of dismissing the then embryonic Xbox rumors about third-party games. Now I'm solo slooping it again, and I'm going to swing around the island, round and round.
Yeah.
Or
So
you know what? I'm gonna just orbit this way by water,
Yeah.
because that will be on the side that's away from the Reapers. So that should protect you. Fairly certain about that.
So I'll make this as quick as I can, because it should be fairly easy to find this.
Okay, well, let's do this. Thank you for joining the stream, Yu, while we're at our apex. Oh, only grade 3, though.
Yeah, but the final treasure from these Athena's voyages is usually pretty good, so this is worth going. This is worth risking for, I think.
Oh, absolutely. Let's
let me get my bearings.
Then we just spend the time booking it because we're done with the Athena's voyage, and then we get to close to grade 5, hopefully.
I forget how much this final treasure will give us. It usually gives a decent amount, so.
Well, I have hope that we get as close as we can. I mean, that's all you can hope anyway.
Yeah.
So, anywho.
Right. Still trying to get my bearings.
The game industry is becoming increasingly a parody of itself at this point. Like, sometimes it feels like games are fun, but you know what? My gaming date was very into gaming and really enjoyed playing games with me. So, yeah, there's that.
Okay, I only see one of the ships left, so either it looks like they're looting the other ship that's sunk, so just be careful.
Oh no! Yeah, I'm right in their path. 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 Okay. Whew. Okay. Sorry. I'm just solo sailing here while you're having a bunch of difficulties here. Wait, why does it look like they're sinking? They are sinking. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah, let's get.
I guess if they really are sinking, let's get the spoils.
Yeah, I mean, what good pirate would leave any spoils behind? So it'll probably be nothing. But competition will have been eliminated, and I just want to double check on the map. Is this the Reaper?
Yeah, just make sure you're alone before you go for anything. Alright, I found our treasure. Didn't give us too much emissary grade, but
As
whatever.
we
Still worth a
shall
lot.
say.
Okay.
Well, you know, there is a slim chance, I would say, that they might have just disconnected for other reasons. There is another ship, though. Unless
there's another
the...
player ship.
Oh wait, no. All those colorful lights, that's a skeleton ship.
Okay, good.
Oh, there is another
Yeah,
There is another player ship. Oh dear. Yeah, nope.
Right.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah,
I gotta get out of Dodge.
You can come pick me up.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm so
see you right
nervous. Okay.
If you want to just,
I'm just waiting
you're
around.
able to, if you see where I am, I can just meet you on the shore.
I'm just turning, and I have a wide radius due to the high speed at the moment, but I'm trying to get as far away from them as possible because it would not be pleasant. I do not want an unpleasant encounter tonight. I have had a long week. I just want to cash in my stuff. But you meet me on the opposite shore because that's where my ship is waiting to in order to allow it to be protected by the rocks.
Okay.
Hurry! We can still make a clean getaway. I know we can. I believe in us. Woo! I'm gonna cut the sails by a lot. Yeah. Sorry, it's hard to do on solo. I'll just repair and get on the ship quickly and help me out of this. Yeah, please.
Hopefully we're not beached. Okay, looks like we're gonna push back.
Yeah, it's just the rocks. And it doesn't see... Okay, it only made one hole. Huh.
Let's get away from here.
That was close.
Okay, there's a skeleton ship.
My gracious. Wait, somebody's in alliance with us.
Are they?
Well, check the map and see for yourself, but,
You see.
I'm a pretty experienced navigator, and I've seen that position.
I think they have their alliance flag up. I think that's what that means.
Okay, well,
so
I'll go
to
the...
Too, I guess.
I shall go and do the same. Let's
not sure if we're still in range, but
let us have peace with them.
Yeah.
It would be nice for this world if that were true.
Right. So which outpost should we go to? They're probably going to Port Merrick, it looks like. So we can go. I guess we can go.
Alliance flag, where are you? It's been a minute.
Should be the press L or RB on the flags thing.
Oh, duh. Alright, so...
We might be too far from them, so we can always... What I think we should do is go up to Sanctuary, and along the way, if we get close enough to them, we should form the alliance. If they still have their thing.
Let me just mark Sanctuary then. I understand your reasoning in case we have to run from them, but...
Yeah, because people pledging or wanting
fake
to
pledging
form alliances, yeah, I don't always trust that. So,
but you're right about the
reap these rewards and stay away from them.
It'll hopefully be like a magnetic high five once we pass by them, because it'll detect that you're in range and you have both agreed to the alliance, and so you both get the alliance, which is the important part. So far, I do not see them as a threat, but we are cannonballed up right about now, just in case. I mean, we have more than enough supplies to cover every worst-case scenario here, and I did not even notice this before, but my blunderbuss is gold-plated like this ship, which is very indicative of my allegiance. I just have a green to indicate, as opposed to gold and blue to indicate my position as navigator, perhaps. I like that kind of symbolism. It's really nice. Anyway.
Did they end up stopping? Yeah, it looks like they are swinging around Port Merrick. I just want to keep an eye out in case they decide to come back in our direction.
Okay. Yeah, well...
By the way, I'm not 100% sure that's what that symbol means. I'm guessing that that's for forming alliance. Oh, they're coming in our direction.
Okay,
Alright.
well, I'm manning the
Let's-
cannons just in case.
Yeah, get ready just in case. I wouldn't take the first
And a
shot.
Megalodon? Are you serious?
Yeah. So
Wow,
let's-
we have not faced such tremors in a while. Okay, that reminds me. I have been really getting back into the Fallout bug. Should we fight?
Oh yeah.
Do we fight?
Oh, the skeleton ship. Why? Well, the skeleton ship's gonna be a jerk to us regardless. So
Yeah.
unless it decides to aggro the other ship.
Maybe this is how we gain friendship with the Alliance by, if they're coming back and they do have good intentions, then they're already being fired at. They're being fired at, so it's in their best interest to work together and split the loot.
Yeah.
If they're on our side, then everybody benefits. So that's
Well,
my
they
hope.
seem to just be sailing past. So let's just, I guess, fight the skeleton ship. Maybe. Wait, is there another player ship? Yes, there is. There's another player ship at the outpost right now. So let's gonna cut us further this way.
Oh, we did a devastating hit on the deck and kablamoed some skeletons. Oh man, I gotta reload. Hang on.
Alright, and the skeleton ship's still kind of aggroing us.
Okay, I gotta get the... Now this game is stuttering. There's clearly some errors behind the scenes that are plaguing this game. That I hope get fixed in time for the PS5 release, but we shall see. Okay, I'm keeping an eye on the other ship as well. If I...
Yeah,
they are firing on us!
they are great.
This is officially war! Unless they're just really incompetent at shooting a cannon else. Let's see what their next move is.
Yeah, because
Do
I
they
didn't see them fire on us. Either that.
I don't
they might be
understand
also
what we did to
firing-
provoke
I
them,
think
though.
I think they're firing us. They're low. They're. Okay, that one will think it was on us. So let's just keep going and see if they turn in our direction. I guess.
Okay, I guess we'll see! Oh boy. I'll get that.
Yep.
Goodness gracious. This has been
Definitely taking
intense.
they're taking some long shots on us. But
The skeleton
they're not-
ship? Oh, the enemy
the,
players.
The player ship, yeah. So they
That
tried a couple long
shows
shots,
experience.
didn't really get close. So
Perhaps they sought the more tempting easy prize. Let's still... Do we still go for the skeleton loot, or do we leave it as a peace offering to leave it alone, us alone?
Well, less of a peace offering, more of a distraction at this point, because I just want to get.
Oh yeah, considering we have so much loot already.
Yeah.
I mean, we won that fair and square, but perhaps this was our toll on the high seas, where now this ship can have easy pickings of our labor, because we can be like, no hard feelings. See? See? He pulled up the sails. He's being nice to us. Oh, come on! Not the Megalodon again!
Yeah, let's not pick a fight with them. We don't need to have any more stuff going
April
on.
Fools!
Sanctuary's not too far. Get there.
Let's do this.
Ships there.
Okay.
It's like all the player ships are congregated on the left side of the map here.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how this goes. Alright, well, it looks like your plan to go to Sanctuary Outpost is a good idea after all.
The one thing I do worry about is that ship that's still in our eye line here. If they decide to double back for us,
I'll get to the courier and fire warning shots with my sniper rifle if they get too close. That'd be like I'm keeping my eye on you.
It looks to me like they're taking the skeleton ship loot and going back to Port Barrack, which was right there. But that won't take them very long, so they could very well, they know which direction we were headed. So we're
Possibly,
going to Sanctuary.
yeah, we go to Sanctuary and we unload. And we use the rowboat to do it. I mean, we've done that before.
Yeah, that can work. Yeah.
Let's load this while we have nothing else to do, but just
I
sail
don't
to our
know if we'll have
destination.
time to do that because we're almost there already. I would say just sell what we can, and if we do start to get ambushed, we can just sail off with the ship.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
Preemptive. We can be preemptive about it. Or
Yep.
my other plan was maybe just avoid Sanctuary altogether and sail east to Daggertooth. But that can be a plan B, maybe.
Yeah, we shall see about that.
At least with the Reapers, we know where they are on the map, so
Right.
we can just keep an eye on them.
Well, oh, yep, there is that one.
Looks like they're going south now, so...
It looks like our allies are being the ones, or at least the ones with the hand symbols that we don't really know.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know what that symbol actually means.
But, well, they have... I guess we were attacked, whatever. Or maybe it's... Or maybe it's that new thing where, like, you pick up a thing and then it makes you a target. I forget what it's called.
Oh, it could be the Skull of Siren song.
Yes, something like that. But that's such a strange symbol for that. So
yeah,
that's
I don't think it would.
The only evidence against that. So we shall see. But like, well, this has been a very lucrative night and a very fun trivia game on news. Next week, April 11th, is the launch of the Fallout show. Are you interested in watching it?
Not really.
Huh.
I mean, I've played some Fallout games, but I've never really gotten into them. I mean, I played like Fallout 1 on a friend's older brother's computer back in like 2000.
So
and
you're
then
probably not.
The post Fallout 3 ones I've never gotten into, really.
So you probably have no interest in checking out Fallout 76 on Game Pass then.
No, I mean, we did that one time a long time ago, and haven't really gone back to it.
You know, I thought so, but apparently, according to several videos, they've added a lot of content.
Yeah, I've heard it's gotten pretty good. If I was going to play Fallout, I'd probably play one of the offline ones first.
Yeah, I mean...
You know what? I'm not...
Fallout New Vegas could probably get me a good amount of stream views. Because
I'm actually going to not ingress.
Why not?
Just in case we need to make a quick escape.
Oh, yeah, but we should probably turn the ship away from the dock then.
Oh, wait.
So I'll do that.
Okay, never mind. Okay, it looks like... Okay. You know what? I think we're good for now. I'll just anchor us.
Well, I'm just turning the ship the right way just in case we have to unanchor. Oh, we're almost to 8! Wow.
Yeah, the other two ships are way south of us now, so we should have plenty of time to sell everything before there are any threats. Unless there's a third ship on this side of the map, which would be shocking.
Yeah, exactly. That would be interesting to have happen. Anyway, let's continue. So, grabbing onto the ladder here. Did I put anything up on the crow's nest? It would be like me to do that, but I don't think so.
I didn't see anything last time I was up there.
Huh. Gotten too good at that by now. Doesn't bring the same thrill to fall down the ladder and grab onto it. Anyway. Well, I might go back to playing Cyberpunk. That game has been really interesting.
That's a game where I do want to get to it at some point someday.
Yeah, I'm picking it up slowly in order to absorb the atmosphere and the story details at this point. But I also decided, you know what, maybe I go back and load my other save that apparently I had that took like for 50 auto saves to scroll through to see my manual save with 12 hours on it. I was like, well, maybe that'll save me some time. Now that I've gotten my sea legs back with that other playthrough, where I role-played for a couple of hours, then I can do that. And that can be my big RPG, because I've been struggling to find a big RPG that would fit with my time. Like, Yakuza, again, you're right about it being so long, but I'm fine with getting a big, long game for my Oh, I can't leave that. Duh. But I'll take the supplies later. Out of there. Anyway. Let's take. Oh, were we allowed to... Hang on.
What?
Is that the bait crate? Because I think I took stuff out of it.
Oh, yeah, but you can sell, I think we can sell these with just some stuff in it.
How much stuff was in it? How much bait did
40 something, now it's down to 30 something.
Oh, well. Let me just make triple sure. Okay, I have 2 more bait. Did you already sell it? Never mind.
Oh, my game crashed again. Wow.
No!
I've not had...
Oh no!
Any crashes
Oh, my
in so
friend,
long.
you're drowning! Oh no, this is the worst Sea of Thieves stream ever.
Drowning?
Yeah, your character fell into the water. You're drowning.
Oh.
Oh
That's
no! I'm sorry. It's too funny though. Your character's like, I'm just going to go and take a swim forever, and then you left my crew. That feels very, very scary. I don't know why it did that to you, but that was hilarious.
Alright, well, I'm gonna come back in even though we're almost done.
I'm just gonna slide down the entire continental shelf. Hey, ow! Shark, leave me alone! Alright. Guess I will have to mourn your loss by fighting the shark. Because killing sharks with sniper rifles always makes me feel good! Ow, I'm dead! Oh, just as you joined my crew! Oh, for crying out loud. Well, I gotta offer my soul anyway. Thank you for joining the stream, Chris. I really appreciate it.
I'm back. Let me make sure the other ships are still far away.
Lame! Oh, lame. Darn it. I did so well there, and then the shark got me, and I don't get anything for that? Come on. Be reasonable here. Getting killed by a shark is pretty awesome. We both know that. People who have been awesomely killed by sharks in movies. But
I think we got all the treasures, so we can lower emissary.
yeah, I just have to punish this shark for ever daring to challenge me. And lower emissary and then cook and so oh yeah, Athena's. Duh.
Yeah.
Anyway, well. I just hope that there's something that I can do to speed up the recovery of my apartment from being bedbug infested. That's my biggest concern at this
cleared
moment.
up.
Yeah, so if I've been off or feeling like wandering mind syndrome, then that is probably because of that. It's been very stressful, and I am ill-equipped to deal with that on a regular basis, so I am just gonna... You know what? Sorry, we gotta not meet in my apartment. It's not anybody's fault here, it's just... Oh, well, I still haven't filled up supplies. Let's do that real quick. Well, we gotta leave all our supplies for the crew. Yeah, that comes after us. There we go. And I'm also gonna clean up the cannonball crates. We gotta model environmental recycling or reuse of the use of materials in this manner will have amazing effects on the Sea of Thieves. in its ecology, which is already pretty good. It reminds me of pre-colonial Polynesia or the Caribbean. It has elements of both. But anyway. And, I guess that's it. Oh wait, no, I still have to cook the shark, but...
Yeah, I'm
then,
probably gonna log off though.
yeah.
It's getting a little late for me. I've got plans
Alrighty
in the
then.
morning, so.
You have
All
a
right,
good
yeah,
one
I'm
then.
not sure. I'm not sure when I'll be on
Oh,
next.
yeah.
Maybe like Monday or Tuesday. I'm not sure.
Monday night might be a bit hard. I'm going out to
Okay.
Alexandria.
Okay,
On
let's say if you're around Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah, that could work. That would definitely
Okay.
work.
All right, I'll let you know then.
Sounds
All
like a
right.
plan.
So, yeah, I will catch you sometime next week. Have a good one.
Catch us. Yeah, you too. Alright, bye.
Bye.
And bye to all of you. I am very tired. I will end the live stream here. Have a good one.